Alright, so it looks like we've got some breaking news here. This is broken by The Intercept's Ryan Grimm, so massive props to him. But there's actually a clip here of Tara Reade's mom calling into Larry King's show to basically say, my daughter had an issue with the very prominent, senator in Washington and D.C., and she really had no recourse. She tried to sort of air her problems to the relevant people, but she was ignored. And she said that the only way to really go about it otherwise would be to go to the press, but she didn't want to do that. So go ahead and check it out.
A staffer would do besides go to the press in Washington. My daughter has just left there after working for a prominent senator and could not get through with her problems at all. And the only thing she could have done was go to the press, and she chose not to do it out of respect for him.
Or she had a story to tell, but out of respect for the person she worked for, she didn't tell it.
That's true.
Well, now, but these are the people who do come to the Lois Romanos, right? The staff worker who says, I want to let you know about what's going on, either with my boss or the guy down the hall.
And a lot of these people have a sense of obligation. They feel that this public official should be accountable if it's something wrong.
They're whistleblowers to the press.
Exactly.
So this is a massive piece of evidence, and there's also another massive piece of evidence that's actually being hidden, which is basically that there were the Senate documents basically that would show that Tara Reade was let go and that she had filed a complaint, but those are being held by the University of Delaware. They're refusing to release it for obvious reasons. So there are these massive pieces of evidence, because what are people saying? This is the main response. Well, why did she wait so long until now? But hold on, Joe Biden's been vetted for so long. Why didn't this allegation come out before? It was filed literally at the time. The allegation was filed at the time. She told multiple people about it. She talked to, the Senate about this, the office of Joe Biden, and just didn't do anything. And they even, reprimanded her for doing so. And so this happened, and this is a denial that's getting ever so tough to make. You just saw a video here of her literally calling into Larry King's show to let him know about it. This is in 1993, all right? Same year that Tara Reade left Joe Biden's office because of the conditions that she was in after, filing her complaint. So listen, man, this is not something you can really continue your denial on. It's just at this point so incredibly likely. And all of these defenses are defenses that I've seen for Brett Kavanaugh, the same exact ones, and this is why I hate partisan politics so much, is because you've just got these two mindless drones who say the same thing. They say their thing, but only if it fits their person, and I don't like that brand of politics. It's very clear what Joe Biden has done. He was obviously a very powerful man, a very powerful white man at the time. And we've seen how touchy-feely Joe Biden is with women and children. A video of him literally grabbing a woman's stomach. Really creepy type of weird stuff that you would do to a random person. But it's really, really... there's so much evidence for this that I still think there's a small piece of chance that, Joe Biden might be forced out and then Bernie will be the only feasible nominee. They'll probably try to force someone else in, but I don't think they'll be able to do that. I think Bernie's just going to unsuspend. But this is a serious thing and this actually is so significant that it's actually it's a question as to whether or not Bernie Sanders and AOC should endorse or say they're going to vote for Joe Biden. Because do you want to be the guy who endorsed a very highly likely a rapist? Do you want to be that person? Are you comfortable with that? Are you cool with that? I don't know about you. If it was me, I'd be like, no. I would go out and be like, I'm not endorsing or voting for this person for this specific reason, okay? We're still in the primary, so pick a different fucking nominee who does not have a credible rape allegation against him. Do you know how many people have alleged sexual assault or rape against Bernie Sanders? The number is 0, all right? So you probably want to go with that nominee. But the Democrats are terrible. And again, their whole thing is it's totally just collapsing underneath them. But this is a bombshell piece of evidence here, folks, because it proves that indeed this was not just something that popped up in 2019 or 2018 or 2020. No, this was something that was filed back in the early 90s when it happened. So this is a huge piece of evidence because it changes the game completely. And at this point, you basically have You don't have this sort of, oh, well, she's got ulterior motives garbage.